again. This is Mrs. Hooper. This is my second virtual online video. This one is more for parents and children to use. So we're going to look at any sight words they're missing, letters and sounds students are missing, or even if they need to learn a set of vocabulary words and definitions. I'm going to show you some games you can use with your children. So I found this one online. This one is pretty fun. The Roll a Sight Word game. So you can write words that they're missing onto this top row or that they need practice with. Roll the dice, and if they roll number 1, then they write that word on this list. So they keep rolling it until one column is finished and they get to see which number won. And for some reason this one is really fun and they don't mind writing all their words, and sometimes they even want to finish the whole chart. So that could take a good 20 to 30 minutes. Another quick and easy activity is bingo. So you can take a blank grid, you can draw it on a piece of paper, print it out, fill it in with any words they're working on, sight words, vocabulary words, letters and sounds, and just draw or write all the words down on cards, pull them one at a time. The students can even write their own words in. So give them one word at a time, say write it in a square, and that way each child's is different. And then you can use a marker to cross them off, or an M&M, or a bean, whatever you have laying around. Another game you can play is Go Fish. So take the words, if you're working on sight words, write the 2 times, and then do another word 2 times until you have a bunch of words, and then mix them all up. Hand out 7 to each player, and they ask someone for that word. Mom, do you have the word the? If they can't read the word, that could be a teaching point for you. What is the first letter? Can you tell me a part of the word? Sorry, I think someone just knocked on the door. I'm just going to ignore it and keep going. All right, so you can play Go Fish that way. You could also take a blank board at home, like maybe you have the game Candyland, and write a list of words, and they draw a word, and if they read it correctly, they roll the dice and move, and whoever gets to the finish first wins. So you can use any game board that way and make your own words. You could also do concentration, where you flip them over. Make sure you write pairs, 2 thes, 2 I's. Mix them up, flip them over. If you get 2 the same ones, that's a match. If not, you turn them back over in the same spot. I also like to do this with words and definitions. So you can write the word on one side, the definition on this one, and they have to make a match, and that way they learn it faster because they have to know the word and the definition to get their match. I also made another game. I used the game's categories, and I made my own blank sheet. So you pick a letter, then you have a list of categories, and everything has to start with that letter. A boy name, Tom. So you pick T, Tom. People. A country, Taiwan. Food. Can't think of a food right now. Animals, tiger. So put the timer on for 2 minutes. See who can get the most words to start with that letter. It's a fun way just to practice writing and make learning fun. Oh, another fun game I have a can at school. It's in the cylinder shape, and it looks like a stick of dynamite. And there's a bunch of sight words in there. You can pull a sight word out, read the word. Okay, it's the next person's turn. You keep going until you get the bad word. In my box, the bad word is boom because it's a can of dynamite. So once you get that word, you put them all back in. You can make your own bad word. Not the F word, but maybe coronavirus. That's a bad word right now. Kids will know that one and they will not want to get it. So these are some ideas I have for games for learning sight words and vocabulary words, and possibly adding in words and their definitions. You could also do it with math. 2 plus 2, you got it. Roll the dice, move. And you can do it with all kinds of things. I can try and research more games, and if I find any, you could email me and I'll email you back with any other games I find. This is my email, chooper@cvsd.org. And if you have any other questions about teaching your child reading, I am a reading teacher and will be glad to give you any advice. So have fun playing these games. Please try and read 20 minutes a day and maybe add one game into that reading, so the kids don't fall behind and lose all the wonderful learning that they've done this year. And I hope to get back to teaching soon. Thank you.